Hard times aren't here to break you. Hard times, they're not here to break you, man. Hard times are here to shape you. Say that again. Hard times are not here to break you. Hard times are here to shape you. Guys, I have a story to tell you. So I'm in a 2023 AMG. It's a very nice car. And I'm not thrilled actually to be sitting in it because I'm sitting in it because of some unexpected and unfortunate circumstances. But the purpose of this video is that I want to teach you guys a mindset strategy that'll help you develop mental toughness, that'll help you level your life up, help you quantum leap your life. You know, I grew up, my first car was a 1994 Celica. Okay, now I own this car, and I also have the Lamborghini Urus. And then before that, I had the Jeep right there, the Altitude. But between the AMG and the Urus, that's $400,000 worth of cars. Okay, and I didn't start off in life knowing what it was like to have luxury cars. I wasn't a guy that was exposed to those kind of things. And so in this video, I'm going to teach you the mindset that you have to embody, or that not you have to embody, that I adopted, that took me from a 94 Celica to 2 luxury cars. All right. Little backstory. I told my Instagram audience that I was going to talk a little bit about some of the financial risks that I've taken, and I was going to talk a little bit about the car situation here on YouTube. So I'm going to do that, but I can't go into the whole thing because it's a private matter, and it's not public business for me to go into all the details. But basically, and for those of you guys that are new, I'm Jeremiah Sullivan, former Army Ranger, small town kid, shy kid. I became an entrepreneur. Now I help people get the body they want, the life that they want, and the business that they want. I help them with transform their body, their mind, and their business. All right. So point is that how did I get and come about getting $400,000 worth of luxury cars? Well, it's not really the cars that you guys should be focused on. It's what's the mindset that somebody needs to pull off those kind of cars. And it's the same mindset that helped me become an Army Ranger. It's the same mindset that helped me become an entrepreneur full time. A lot of times in life, people get to a level where they start getting complacent and they talk themselves out of what they know they need to do, and they make their decisions based off of what makes sense. And I want to tell you guys, I didn't actually get these cars using logic. I didn't get the life that I have using logic. I didn't develop the mindset that I have that helped me run 100 miles without training up using logic. The best things that have ever came in my life have come from doing things illogical, doing things that didn't make any sense, but doing things that were based off of what do I want. You want to remember this. Losers in life make decisions based off of what they think they should do. Winners in life make decisions based off of what they want. Okay? If you go your whole life trying to figure out the what before you, or the how before you figure out the what, like you trying to figure out how you're going to get the cars, how you're going to get the house, how you're going to get the life, before you figure out what you actually want, you're going to end up going in circles, overthinking nonstop. So the way that I got these cars, okay, so the backstory is that I had a deal for this AMG pretty much with a friend of mine, and there was hopes that one day it was going to be his car. And I bought the car, worked out a deal with him, and was letting him use it a little bit here and there. And long story short is that things went sideways for him in his life, and he fell behind on the agreement that we had. And not only that, but there was some other shit going on in his life where I had heard that he, I'm not even going to go into it. I'm not going to go into some of the things that I heard because I don't want to do that on the internet. So, but the bottom line here, guys, is that the situation unfolded. where I had bought this car, and I didn't really have a lot of. I didn't really have. It was on the West Coast. I didn't have access to it. I was in Florida. It was on the West Coast. Anyways, now it's back in Florida. I have it's outside my house, and I've got this in the Urus, and it's not like a situation where it's not a very comfortable situation for me. All right, but so people look at the cars and they're like, well, why the hell does he have the cars? Like, does Jeremiah have the cars because he likes nice things? Does he have the cars because of what? He's trying to get attention? Like, what is it? Is he marketing? Is he doing it for his brand? Is he trying to, and it's none of the reasons that most people think. And the real reason I have these cars, and it's the same reason I have the life that I have, the same reason that helped me become an Army Ranger, is that, guys, when I make a decision, this is what I want you guys to start challenging your decision-making process with, is that when you make a decision, are you choosing to do something because it makes sense, or are you choosing to do something because it's what you truly want and it's going to cause you to level up? So in my life, a high performer, winners in life, they don't ask themselves, like, how am I going to get this? They ask themselves, what do I want? And then they put themselves in a position to get that. So for myself, what I do, and this is the part that I think will really help you guys, is I look at my life and I look at who I am and I figure out, how do I want to grow as an individual? What area of my life do I want to grow? Not just what do I want to have. Like, people fucking chase having stuff all the time. It's so annoying. Don't chase, if you constantly chasing having stuff, you're missing the biggest opportunity, which is growing into the person that gets the stuff. So when I pick and choose, like when I moved to Florida from Colorado, I picked moving to Florida because I knew it was going to cause me to grow. I knew it was going to cause me to be uncomfortable. I was going to uproot my life, and it was going to put me in a situation where I was going to be very uncomfortable. I was going to train with top fighters. I was going to be around top entrepreneurs. It was going to make me extremely uncomfortable, and I was going to grow into somebody that could compete and be around those individuals. Okay? Now, I did that in the military. I knew that by dropping out of college, that joining the military was going to cause me to change. I knew that becoming an Army Ranger was going to put a lot of pressure on me and cause me to change and become a man that could lead Rangers in combat, that could be, just a better person. So when I looked at buying the cars, I asked myself, how is this going to help me grow? I asked myself, how do I want to grow? And so for me, I wanted to grow more financially. I wanted to grow more abundantly. I wanted to think bigger. Like, how many of you guys when you think about making money, you think about the same number every single time? Well, I wanted to 10x the numbers that I was thinking about. I wanted to stop thinking in tens of thousands. I wanted to start thinking in hundreds and millions, and constantly thinking about millions and millions and millions and millions, because I was breaking a paradigm. So last year I set out to do that. I said, hey, no more playing small. I'm going to play big. I want to put some massive pressure on myself. And by doing so, I'm going to grow into the person that achieves the goals that I've set. So when you guys see these cars on my Instagram, realize that the only reason Jeremiah is doing it and getting them is because I'm choosing to put myself in a situation that's going to cause me to level the fuck up. Now, I don't think everybody should go out there and just start buying cars to cause them to level up, because you have to know thyself. Okay? You have to, if you don't have the mental toughness to get yourself to the gym when, the day is going bad on you, or when, you don't have the intestinal fortitude to get on YouTube and do your video when your wife was in the hospital all day, because that's what happened in my house. When you don't have the internal strength to do these basic fundamental things, I don't think that person should jump all the way to buying luxury cars. I think every single person needs to work on building their internal strength with simple daily disciplines every single day. And only by doing that can you look at bigger situations and realize that when you go after it and you put pressure on yourself, you will rise to the occasion. So when you look at it, guys, if you really want to truly grow in an area, look at yourself and pick the area that you want to grow. Maybe it's martial arts, maybe it's business, maybe you want to make more money, maybe you know that there's a challenge out there that you could do that would cause you to grow. When you look at that challenge, you can predict how it's going to turn out. You know yourself enough to where you can predict how that challenge is going to turn out. Am I right? Think about this. If you were to move states, if you were to start the business, scale the business, start the next business, if you were to start on your fitness journey, if you were to look at that, you could predict how the outcome would turn out. Yes or no? So what I have done in my life, if I created a track record by starting small, setting small challenges for myself, and overcoming them and letting myself and pulling them off. So I ran a marathon on a treadmill for my first marathon. I ran 100 miles in the Colorado Rockies. I joined the military. I put myself in these uncomfortable situations, and then I overcame them, and I developed a track record where I said, shit, dude, I'm always going to figure this out. I don't always win. Sometimes I fail big time, okay? I used to, when I first started getting into entrepreneurship, I would bet my whole account one time on this investment and lost it, okay? Now, I knew, though, that I was going to gain the experience from that loss, and I was going to rebound even higher. So my point is I have this track record with myself where I look at a situation like maybe it's these cars, and I'm like, okay, it's a calculated risk. I'm going to take the risk, and I see myself figuring this the fuck out. If you can't see yourself figuring it the fuck out, you probably need to start a little bit smaller. But this is the mindset that I want you guys to have in order to level your life up. The mindset is that life is not here to break you, it's here to shape you. And so the next time you're at a crossroads where you're feeling like there's a lot of pressure on you, no, motherfucker. That's your moment to shine. It's your moment to rise up and become the motherfucker that pulls off the challenge and accomplishes the challenge that's in front of you. Some of you guys, it's very simple things that you need to learn how to overcome. You need to learn how to eat clean. You need to learn how to go to the gym. You need to learn how to cut your damn excuses and execute and get to the body that you want. Focus on the body first. All of my self-limiting beliefs started getting changed when I started changing my physical capability. When I went from running 2 miles to 5 miles, when I got myself, even recently, down from 15 or 14% body fat underneath 10%. These little shifts that you make in yourself, these big little these little gains that you make physically that have huge impacts in your life are the secret sauce to your personal growth. If you're a business owner and you were an athlete in high school and college, but now you're fat, get your ass back down into 10% body fat. Get yourself in shape. Put pressure on yourself. Make a damn investment. Put your feet to the fire. Stop being a bitch. Like, you guys are fucking, your egos will stop you from being uncomfortable and doing the things that you know that you need to do to actually create change. And that's why you guys are in such shitty situations now, is because you avoid change. You avoid discomfort. You look at everything logically, not what you want. Do you want the motherfucking six-pack? Yes, you do. Now go get it. Do you want the business to scale? Yes, you do. So make it fucking happen. So bringing this all together, guys, I'm going to close it off with what I said earlier twice. Challenges are not here to break you. They're here to shape you. And I'll tell you, this last piece is that when you're on the offense with your challenges, they're easier to overcome because you are in control. When your challenges show up and you're on defense, you're reacting to them. When life hands you a shit day and you're caught up in the chaos that it gave you. But when you create a challenge for yourself, you take command and control of that challenge, and you're more likely to rise up and overcome than you are when you react. So put yourself on the offensive in life. Stop putting yourself on the defensive. I love you guys. Little explanation about the cars, little explanation about some ways that I've grown mentally, financially, physically. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, let me know down below. Conquer all.